It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup, and I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from Nashville. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. Leading them out, it is their rookie quarterback from your alma mater, Greg, University of Miami.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down. A gain of 15 and a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we come out to the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick, Back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times, he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll work this out to the 23. The terrific interior performer, Jeffrey Simmons, on the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another 1st.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion comes Thomas. Quick throw, taken in. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Second down, Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Now Lawrence to the goal line and in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. First and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Music City after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They send Ridley in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Look wide, get this one complete.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Parker Washington. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
They'll run it once more with ETN. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third and a yard. To throw is Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On the ground, it's Pollard. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Again, it's Pollard. Whoa! And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Pollard. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's caught by Van Jefferson. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down for Tennessee.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Pollard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. That is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now here's Lawrence. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Lawrence. He'll try and get there on the ground. A huge play just before the half. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lawrence. He'll run again. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. Third and goal. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll take it on in. Tank Bigsby. Touchdown, Jaguars.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Jaguars are out on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Etienne. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Etienne. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. Room to run again. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
Quick hitting slant there. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
So, 4th down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Titans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Complete Ridley on the reception. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The Titans sending out their punter. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Here's Lawrence. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw is Lawrence. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. On the draw, the give to Etienne. And he'll get this up to the 44. The terrific interior performer, Jeffrey Simmons, on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. They put Strange in motion. 2nd down, Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go. In motion comes Thomas. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Titans offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. Second down and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now a handoff to Pollard. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down, and here comes 4th down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Crazy. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
They go play action for Lawrence. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broke it up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds the veteran Lockett. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now they'll set up to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. It's a gain of 10. And they'll get a fresh set of downs. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give to Pollard on the option. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Into the hands of Lockett. Complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will score! Game on! Tyler Lockett. Touchdown Titans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jags offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. First and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Etienne. The defense stringing him out. No gain, back to the original line of scrimmage. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Jaguars ready to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He has Lockett over the middle. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
That one into the hands of Jefferson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Titan 1st down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And that may have just written a finish to this one.
Well, that's just part of the game, unfortunately. You work hard to get yourself in position that you can tie it late with a field goal. But he just can't connect, and that's just a tough way to lose a game. There's no doubt about it.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Nashville, we say good night, everybody.